In this video, we address how to proactively screen a prospect so you don't waste your time in fruitless relationships. You're welcome back to Common Sense for Singles. I am Anietie Bature, and on this channel, we share tips to help you make better choices in your relationships. We're still on the sub-series Husband Material, where we address what you should look for in a prospect and share practical stories on how you can tell when you find it. Consider subscribing so you don't miss any of our valuable tips and strategies. Now, to those who subscribed this past week, thank you so much! Thank you! Now, to business. Often, the signs are there to help you tell what kind of person you're dealing with and how they'll likely behave or respond to certain events in the future. I believe this discovery of a person's tendencies, likes, dislikes, habits, values, and general behavior is more effective when they have their guard down. You need the person to be himself or herself as much as possible. So pay attention to your prospect at different times. While you're out with your group of friends, at your place of worship, at your home or theirs, and so on. Seize every opportunity to observe, deduce, and infer. By the way, if I had the chance, my scrutiny began even before the person asked me out. Yes, you can be proactive here. That way, if you observe a pattern of red flags in advance, you won't even bother asking the person out or saying yes when they ask you. This is a good way to avoid wasting your time and your life. Back then, I paid attention to how Kingsley related with his friends in general, and on the values of those he was closest to, because he would most likely be like them. You know the idiom, birds of a feather flock together. I watched him worship. Was it superficial or heartfelt? Was he malleable in the hands of his creator? This was important to me because it would determine whether I would have to spend a lot of time and energy engaging him to act on something, or I would just leave the matter to God and know it would be sorted. I once read that in later years, men tend to treat their wives the way they treat their mother and sisters. So I observed how he interacted with his. I also watched how he related with my family members. They would eventually become his in-laws. I wanted both of us to feel at home, whether we were with his family or mine. One day, while waiting for our friend to catch up with us after church, a couple we knew asked us to help them watch their kids while they attended a meeting. Fantastic opportunity! I watched as Kingsley picked up the little one who was sleeping, and we both managed to keep the other two happily engaged until their parents returned. Nice, I thought. I wouldn't have to do it all by myself then. And years later, he is all the father our kids need and is very present through the whole process of raising them. Now I know that some people are masters of pretense, and I hear some are so good that they could keep up appearances for a long time. So above all, in my dealings with people, I keep in mind the good advice given to a king several years ago. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take. You can ask God to make you see through any charade or falsehood. This is a serious matter, so you must pray. Pray! And when you observe a red flag, please don't be quick to say, it's just a one-off. That one-off might actually be God answering your prayer and helping you to see who this person really is. So, look well and proceed with caution. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe as we continue to explore several common sense approaches to succeeding in your relationship. After all, common sense is not so common. Bye!